remain on the fence at this crucial moment. The Bolshevik revolt succeeds, and Lenin becomes communist dictator of all Russia. Lenin commands that the Soviet masses be governed with an iron fist. And to carry out his orders, communist officials are strategically placed throughout Soviet Russia. Joseph Stalin becomes the chief commissar. This position gives him direct power over 130 million people. The fruits of communism are chaos and poverty. The government's tyrannical control of the farmers leads to disaster. Crops fail and the country starves. We have gone too far, Lenin admits. To prevent a total collapse of the nation, he is forced to restore some freedom, some private enterprise to the farmers. But it still takes emergency relief from a country Lenin hates, the capitalistic United States, to help save the lives of 10 million starving Russians. In 1924, Lenin is dead. During his last year, even this hardened revolutionary had come to hate the scheming Stalin. On the eve of his death, Lenin had planned to remove Stalin from the government. Communist officials suspect that Stalin may have poisoned Lenin, but they are too frightened to do anything about it. The Kremlin now becomes a gigantic nest of political intrigue. Within its walls and hidden from the eyes of the people, Stalin engages in a bitter struggle for control of the Soviet government. He never commits himself. He plays off one faction against the other, and finally he emerges master of the Kremlin, dictator of the Soviet Union. Then Stalin launches the first of his famous 5-year plans. The result is increased misery for the Russian people. The farmers are saddled with arbitrary and brutal controls by the communist government. Once again, famine grips the nation. Within a 2-year period, 5 million Russians die of starvation. A large group of farmers called kulaks had been permitted under Lenin to own their land, and only their farms are productive. Now, in the name of communism, Stalin subjects them to terrifying persecution. All their land is confiscated, and at least 2 million of them are imprisoned or exiled.